Hey, everybody. All right. Had a little technical difficulty, but we are here. We are here, and I hope you are here with me. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and Sip is Spirit in Practice. Spirit in Practice, and we know that practice makes progress. Yes, it does. So, welcome to today's show. It is Friday, y'all. The week went by like this for me, and I'm just glad to be here. So, my passion is to support people in transforming their lives. My mission is to give inspiration through spiritual life coaching, preaching, and teaching that ignites the divine spark within you to live life in joy, connected to your yes. So, if you need support, you can reach out to me. You can send me a direct message on Instagram and Facebook at I am Rev Melissa, and we can set up some time to talk. All right. So good day, Shay. Good day, Linda from the mountains of Colorado. So I got my Colorado people in the house. Colorado is representing. Yes, indeed. So thank you all for joining today. We are streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and New Thought Media Network. So first, I want to thank everyone who attended last night's meditation with the full moon. And it was a wonderful full moon, Margaretta. Woo! That full moon, that super moon in Aries was giving us everything these last couple of evenings. So I saw her bright and beautiful the day before. And yesterday it was a little overcast, so I couldn't see all of her brilliance. Like half of the moon was covered with clouds, but she was still shining bright. Yes, yes, yes. So if you missed last night's meditation with the full moon, you can catch the replay. The easiest way is to go to my YouTube channel at I am Rev Melissa and do the spiritual practice. So meditation with the full moon is a guided spiritual practice using, connecting to, aligning with the energy of the full moon. So thank you all again who came. Thank you, Fee. I'm glad that it was good for you. Yes, yes. And I hope that you got what you needed. I hope that you got information that you needed and that you will use. Yes? All right. So I've been on this priority kick for the last week or so. So we're going to wrap it up today. I've been talking about the word priority, and it also was the focus of last night's meditation with the moon. So let's wrap it up. Priority, if you recall, is all about superior. What is the supreme focus? What is first, right? It's that type of energy. And we've been talking about the 4 basic steps to prioritizing from Reverend Ike's book that I highly recommend that everyone picks up because it's going to be my book for 2025. Reverend Ike's Secrets for Health, Happiness, and Prosperity for You. And in that book, one of the days he talks about making decisions by prioritizing. And I won't go through all of them again, but you can check that out. The replay from last week of that. And then this week I shared prioritizing requires persistency. Yes, prioritizing requires persistency. And I shared some information from this book that I just got the other day. I've been listening to the audiobook of the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And he talks about persistency being a necessity for mastery in our lives, regardless if we feel like doing something or not, right? And I don't know about you, but a lot of the things that I do, I don't feel like I don't feel like doing, but I do it because it's important, because it's a priority, because it's a responsibility. It's something that serves me well, right? And I may not want to do it. And I think everyone could probably relate to exercising. Most people don't feel like exercising, but we know that it's good for us. And so hopefully that is one of your priorities, right? So he talks about persistency being related to self trust, related to self love, how we treat ourselves on a consistent and persistent basis is an indication of how we feel about ourselves, right? And I also share some information from Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, who also has a whole chapter about persistency. And one of the things that he says is that persistence is a state of mind, right? It is something that can be cultivated, right? So if you have this story running that you're not persistent, I'm not consistent, I'm not, all these things, you can change that by practicing. What do I say about practice? Practice makes progress. So practice is a way that we cultivate, build a muscle of persistency, right? Because what we persist at becomes a habit. And our habits are accumulation of our behaviors, right? So we get to make persistency a priority in our lives. So today I was thinking about, how do we develop persistency? And then I was also thinking about priorities in the sense of the things that get in the way. And I talked about this a little bit last night in our meditation with the full moon, right? That sometimes what needs to be released are the things that are getting in the way of our priority. So, whatever that might be for you, you know what it is, right? It's like when we say sometimes that we'll pray for something and then it seems as if we're getting the opposite of what we prayed for. And we think that the prayer hasn't been answered. And yet the prayer has been answered, because whatever came up is the thing that is in the way of the thing that you are desiring in your life. So let's move this out of the way so that we can create space for that which we truly desire. So if you are not meeting your priority because you have all this other stuff that is taking up space, what can you release? What can you let go of? What can you declare complete so that you can focus your time and attention and be persistent with that priority? And I shared that it's not just saying, this is my priority. That's important, right? To decide, to make that decision, to define it by writing it down, right? To affirm it every single day by your activity of doing and being is a requirement for meeting our priority, whatever that might be. Now, I would propose for everyone that one of our priorities is our relationship with our divine, our relationship with ourselves, and how that translates in my world for me is my spiritual practice. So my spiritual practice is a priority that I am consistently persistent about, right? No matter what, it is a priority for me. So if you are developing the habit of a spiritual practice, something that you do with yourself and with your higher self every day, what is getting in the way of that being so? Whatever that is, it could be instead of getting up in the morning and going into my spiritual practice, I spend an hour on social media. I spend a half an hour watching Good Morning America or whatever the morning shows are. That's what gets in my way, right? And it may seem like insignificant, right? It's not a big deal. I could do it later, right? We start to negotiate with ourselves. Well, I know from coaching and from my own experience that it is a big deal. It is a big deal. And why is it a big deal? Is a big deal because if your priority is your relationship and cultivating your relationship with your higher source and with yourself, and what you are actually doing is not that, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So, what needs to be cut out? What needs to be released? What needs to be course corrected? Whatever word you want to use. In other words, let me be clear. What is it that you need to stop? Just stop. Stop doing that if it is getting in the way of your priority. It could be people filling in your priority time. If I, a long time ago, I had a friend and she loved to talk in the morning, loved to talk in the morning. And she would call me like usually like I don't remember, like 7:30 in the morning. And she would want to talk about, what she got going on, what she doing for the day. She want to know what I'm doing for the day, all this like chit chat type of stuff. And I don't like to talk in the morning. Aria, one of my girls and I were just having this conversation about really being quiet, like really not talking in the morning. Like, don't talk to me before like 9 o'clock. And for Aria, she's like, I really don't want nobody to talk to me before 8 o'clock, which is when she has her first class. So she'll get to school, extra early because she's that girl. That's what she does so that she can have some me time, she says, just to like settle in, gather her thoughts and all that. And her friends want to come over where she is and chit chat. So she keeps having to find hiding places so that she can have some alone time before school starts and just be with herself. So what she needed to release were these friends of hers that wanted to chit chat in the morning with her because her priority was being with herself, just taking a moment to gather herself, right? And so she has figured out how to make that work for her without losing her friends, right? She loves her friends. But you see what my point is here. I hope you see what my point is. What is it that you need to release in order to make room, make space for your priority? And if you're like, Rev Melissa, I don't have anything to release. I am right on point with my priorities. Well, you go ahead with your bad self. Congratulations. That is wonderful. Keep it up. Keep the practice going. Yes? All right. So we are releasing what no longer serves us. We are releasing what is complete. We are releasing what had happened was energy. Some of us need to release that what had happened was energy. Release the past, release the person, release the relationship, release the job, release the food, release all of those things that may be getting in the way of your priority. Release yourself and set yourself free. That's my favorite one. Release yourself and set yourself free to live the life that you desire to live now. Starting now. We get a new day every day, God willing, to start now again. And the choice is up to us if we will or not. All right, y'all. So I think I am complete with priority. I hope it was good for you. I hope that you would take some of what I have offered and put it into practice. At minimum, define and decide what your priority is. And if you need to shift it, then shift, pivot. So that is your priority, right? Make space for your priority, right? All right, y'all. All right, so let me check in before I get into some joy news. So, Linda, doing something right feels like a judgment. I've really been working on letting go of self judgment. Oh, that's good, Linda. Letting go, releasing self judgment. That is good. Releasing self criticism, releasing that critical chit chat that happens sometimes, right? Just release it. Don't engage. Look away, right? Cancel, whatever it is that we need to do. I love that, Linda. Margaretta, me neither. I had the same experience when I retired. This woman thought my time is theirs. Yeah, I need 2 hours to gather me. That's right, Margaretta. And I had to wind up telling my girlfriend, listen, girl, I love you dearly, but these morning chit chats don't work for me. We could chit chat later in the day. And she said, well, I don't want to talk later. I was like, okay. We don't have to talk later either. And we wind up figuring out what worked best for the both of us. But don't have someone else's priority be- override your own. Your priority is your priority. My priority is my priority. And sometimes they don't align, and that is okay, right? It is called boundaries and healthy boundaries. Yes? So that's what we get when we are prioritizing. Imaja Love says, releasing, letting go of others' opinions. Yes, release that. Release other people's opinions. Other people's opinions are none of my business. And I know we've heard that before, right? Everyone got an opinion. That's fine. Don't have nothing to do with me. Yes? All right, y'all. It's good to see you, Ron. I hope you're doing well. So, thank you all for being with me today. Let's get into some joy news for the weekend. So, this weekend, I am excited because it is the third Sunday. And on the third Sunday of the month, we get to be in person for our Sunday celebration service. And in our Sunday celebration service on the third Sunday, we are not only in person, but we have a collaborative service with the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Rockland County. So if you're in Rockland County, Westchester County, the boroughs in New Jersey, if you could get to UUCR, Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Rockland and Pomona, New York, please do so. We will be together at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's a beautiful space in this little forest. It is so beautiful. I love being there. So I hope that you can join us. And we are in our theme of October, which is healing. So we are focusing on healing this month. And our companion book is What It Takes to Heal, which has been the book that we are doing in the book study with CSL on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So please join us on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. You can go to rocklandcsl.org, rocklandcsl.org for the Sunday service information. And you can also join us on Zoom. We will be using the UUCR Zoom link. So it's a different Zoom link this Sunday. And you will find that also on our website. So I hope to see you all either on Zoom or in person. Also on Sunday, we have the other SIP, which is Sunday in Praise, where I share an inspirational talk that I've given in the past. So this Sunday, I will be sharing a talk. I just said it right. This Sunday, I'll be sharing an inspirational talk that I've given in the past. So that also is at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you got some options, or you could catch the replay any time of the day. Okay. All right. What else do I want to share? Get ready for the 30-day mental diet. It is our annual thing that we do to prepare ourselves for the year. And this year we're going to do it in December instead of January. So we're closing out the year in our right state of mind, getting more clarity. And we will start the new year with a group spiritual life coaching cohort of 8 people. So if you're interested in working with me in a group, small group, no more than 8, I will be starting that on January 7th. It is a 8-week, 8 week sessions. So one a week for 8 weeks. And I got these P's going on, y'all. And this is the focus of the 8 weeks of the spiritual life coaching with me: purpose, passion, prioritize, plan, practice, progress, and produce. So, in some way, shape, or fashion, we are weaving all of that together for 8 weeks. Okay? So I'll be sharing more information about that, and I will have special prices for my congregation of joy. So those of you who are with me on SIP, those of you who are with me at Rockland CSL, those of you who have worked with me in the past will have a special rate for group spiritual life coaching. And if there's more than 8, I'll just have 2 cohorts running at the same time. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, it will be on Zoom. We are on Zoom for spiritual life coaching. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, just reach out, send me a direct message, and we can set up some time to talk. I will be having new coaching clients. This is October, starting in November. So I'm starting to close out some current clients. So I'll have space for a couple of new clients for one-on-one spiritual life coaching. So reach out if you're interested in that. All right. Also, please support my peoples. My husband has a 24-hour internet radio station called Rhythm and Soul Radio. You can check it out 24/7 by going to rhythmandsoulradio.com. You will hear independent artists providing wonderful music, stuff that you don't hear on mainstream radio. So check it out. You could also check out the replay of Morning Sip at 7 a.m. Eastern Time if you need me a little earlier in the day. Go to rhythmandsoulradio.com and you will find me there. Also, check out Sekou Writes for Get Rich 101. Sekou will get you right with your finances, with investment. It is a wonderful, wonderful show, Monday through Fridays at 9:45 a.m. And Feed King, the Feed King show, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 a.m. And Feed King is your local go-to fitness girl. And I believe her and Sekou are working on a project together. I think on Monday, the 21st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, they're doing a fiscal and physical fit webinar. So check out Fee King's social media for more information about that. And also, if you need support with healing, check out Shay Bird at on Facebook on her social media and Rocky Mountain Holistic Health. Shay is health a holistic health practitioner. Say that fast 5 times. A holistic health practitioner focused on different energy modalities, and she can support you on your healing journey. So, wonderful supports out there. If you're doing something out there in the world, please share it with me so I can share it with folks because sharing is caring, they say, right? And there's so many wonderful things happening in the world. There's so many people who are living their purpose, and we get to be a part of that with them, I hope. Okay? All right. So I think that is it for today. I think that is it for today. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful today. Have a wonderful weekend. Please join me on Sunday if you can in person or on Zoom for our Sunday service celebration. I'm the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. Yay. All right, y'all. I love you all. I will see you all soon. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We are living life in joy. Yes. Connected to our yes.